Wall Street Journal. That was who interviewed him.
Ah, that's crazy. Welcome back, guys.
No context for YouTube. None.
Yeah, no, YouTube has no
Cut
idea.
right into that. No context.
YouTube has no clue what we're talking about. Third place. This is for third place.
This is for third place time.
Yeah, it's going quick.
It's going so fast that I almost forgot this was third place. Mr. MaximusBlack.
Yeah.
Hit me up with the sound of Usain Bolt winning over and over and over again.
Bolt winning, Bolt winning, Bolt winning, Bolt winning, Bolt winning.
Yep.
Starting up here in the top left position, we have Red Pack. Wow, I had like a...
What the hell was that?
It was like a weird hiccup type loss of breath.
Sounded like you had a stroke there for a second.
Might have had one. Fuck.
Like a micro stroke.
And up top here, we have Shang Tsung. We're finally gonna have a PvZ. I always like PvZ. It is my favorite matchup, not only to play but to cast. Just because there's so many awesome things that can happen in PvZ. It's fun.
Lots of stuff.
But yeah, the Wall Street thing, for those on YouTube, Adam was ranting about Man was salty.
Man vs. Game.
Man vs. Game was salty that, who was it? Wall Street Journal?
Well, it wasn't just he was salty about that, but it was a general discussion about everybody's intense interest in how much people in the YouTube and streaming industry make.
Yeah.
In relation to what those people feel like is the input of the amount of work that they do, or how they view the profession as being easy, and so they get salty about it, and then they want to know, so that when you say something like, oh, I'm making $30,000 a month, which, by the way, I'm not making much more than $30K a year right now, but in some streamers' cases, $30K a month, easy.
Oh, yeah.
Easy living, easy life.
Oh, yeah.
People they want to hear that so that they can actually get angry at you and have a reason to get angry about the fact that they're working McDonald's and you're not.
Well, the way I think the psyche around it is a lot of people play a lot of games, and so they kind of put themselves in your position where they go, well, I'm playing as much games as this guy is, or I'm more entertaining than this guy, or whatever the case may be, and it's retarded that this guy is literally making 12 times the amount I make a year from playing a video game. You know, why don't I have this? But there's a whole slew of reasons why they don't have that, and they also got to understand that in a profession such as this, whether it's for myself or for you or for Man or for Soda Poppin' or whoever, this isn't going to last forever.
Why did Robert Downey Jr. get paid $50 million to do a movie?
There are people that will last a very long time because they can adapt and things, and then usually when they adapt, they get called a sellout. And that's a whole other, ball game. But, people don't think about the fact that that's what you do for a living, and you have to pay your bills that way. And if you don't become sort of like a chameleon, you get left behind, and then you're in some doo-doo butter.
Yeah.
So, for someone like you, for example, a guy that has 4-year university, and a guy that's super smart, was top of his class and stuff, you're doing what I'm doing, and I don't have what you have. And the longer that you wait in life, the harder it is for you to get a normal job or anything like that. So it doesn't matter how much you make or whoever makes, whether it's a lot or it's enough to get by or whatever the case may be. It's all a risk, and that's something that we're willing to do. What a lot of people aren't willing to do is to take that risk and live a dream. And if you get rewarded handsomely for it, and if you only get a 4 or 5-year career, and you make a lot of money, well, then that's good, because what are you going to do after that 4 or 5 years? Are you going to start at the bottom of a corporate job? Maybe you're talented enough that you can get in the industry in some other way, shape, or form, or suffer the consequences. So yes, there are streamers, there are YouTubers, specifically YouTubers that get paid tens of millions of dollars. I wouldn't say tens of millions, but no. 10 million.
The top PewDiePie is
a little over 7 million.
A little over 7. And that's the top. And the gap between him and the next person,
it's
sizable.
Yeah, it's sizable, but I personally know people in the Minecraft world that make $4 million a year.
Sure.
So it is what it is. But I don't look at it. I don't look at it and go, oh, what the hell? I give respect to it because I'm in the industry and I understand how hard it is to put in the hours and stuff like that. But yes, that is part of the gaming or the new esports or watching video game culture is people fixated on how much people make, but they also don't think about all the risk and stuff that goes along with it.
Well, yeah, but regardless, it doesn't matter if there was any risk at all.
Yeah. It still doesn't really matter. I know.
At the end of the day, what you need to be angry at is not the person who's doing the job or doing the work or playing video games or whatever. Again, circle jerk, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, whether it's a lawyer or whatever. Like, what's your hourly rate?
It doesn't matter. All that matters is that in this world, people will pay for what they find is worth paying for.
Yeah.
Entertaining or anything.
Yeah.
You are going to get paid. It's like doing manual labor or anything else. Yeah, you can charge a rate. But at the end of the day, somebody has to decide if you're worth paying that much money.
Yep.
And in this industry, it's no different.
Yep.
And so, fucking deal with it. It's just stupid. You guys on YouTube missed my eye penis rant.
Yes.
That's
before we got in the video, Adam was on a rant, but that was what we were talking about because the man versus game thing came up, and he got salty about telling somebody how much money he makes, and I don't blame him. It's a personal thing. You don't want to say it out to the world, and they don't need to know. It is what it is. I have family members. My parents don't know, my total amount
and yet
or
for
anything
some
like
reason
that.
it's just and that was the original rant. Yet for some reason this industry is plagued by 19-year-old neckbeard fucks on 4chan and slash space dicks who have way too much time on their hands to be concerned about matters that they have no control over and shouldn't even be worrying about, and yet find the time to annoy everybody else in the world.
But there are also a lot of smart people that get it, right? There's a lot of smart people that get it, that support. That's why you see a lot of streamers and YouTubers get thousands and tens of thousands of dollars in donations, although you clearly see that they're millionaires. Drive fancy cars, live in mansions, travel around the world. Just because they have success doesn't mean that some people don't want to keep supporting them, and I totally get that.
Yeah.
That's just it. But now that we finally have
something's happening, Jeff. We can talk about it. Shang Tsung and Tupac Shakur are about to go down and do some battle.
Yes,
There's an epic rap battle of history for you. There you go. Go vote for that. Tupac versus Shang Tsung.
That'd actually be pretty sick.
Sick
battle.
I'd be down for that.
That'd be pretty sick. I'm surprised there hasn't been any Mortal Kombat type characters in epic rap battles of history. That's pretty dope.
So here's the Adepts and a Zealot. Or two. While this is happening up here, that was a sexy split.
Yeah, very nice force fields there.
He
lost a couple of
lot.
sentries up front. We do have some Adepts over here at the third, dealing a little bit of damage, more splitting up the units than anything. But I don't know how much longer he's going to be able to do this attack. We do have 13 Roaches on the way, a Lurker Den as well. He does have that Observer Rope, but Lurkers are extremely tanky. So as long as Shang Tsung can hold here long enough, and he can get these Lurkers in position, he'll find himself in a decent spot. He only lost 6 drones, which isn't very huge for Zerg. 133 supply to 98. That actually took a lot out of Red Pack. The only way that Red Pack comes and wins this game is he needs to get on that third tier. He needs to get some AoE. He just can't sit on Stalkers. It's just not gonna work.
The Hydra are gonna overrun him pretty quick. He looks like he's gonna try and get some of that sweet splash action out. Ask me about it. My mixtapes.
Yeah,
coming out of Shang Tsung.
That's another thing here is getting sentries are pretty much useless. Maybe just get 1, maybe 2 for your army, simply because mixtapes will be dropped and your force fields will be destroyed, and that's 100 gas each. Imagine instead of getting 3 of these, he got 2 disruptors. It would do so much more damage. I guess he kind of needs the force fields because he's going such a crappy unit composition at the 9-minute mark against this. I mean, it's just not going to work out. Lurkers are going to be out now. He is catching up a little bit in supply. He does have 1 disruptor, but he's going to need 1 serious hit. I mean, I don't even think 1 hit is going to do it. Just that simple.
No, this is not. No, I mean, he's going to try it.
It's not going to work.
He's going to hope for the best, but it's not going to work. Well, you know what? This is LAGTV. I'm going to withhold my judgment until I watch it happen. Because if there's one thing I've learned every time I try to predict something, stuff like that happens.
Well, I mean, he only kills 4 units there. Zerg's at the high ground. He does have an observer, though.
He just gave up the high ground.
That's an aggressive blink forward, but there's still so much Zerg units.
He just aggressively blinked into a concave.
Dead. That's game over.
Like, just terrible life choice.
If he goes and counters right now, how does he come back? I don't know why he did that forward blink just to kill 3 lurkers. He had an observer in position. He could have just, killed off one here and there. He didn't need to just wreck his whole army. It's just crazy. Once again, he's gonna need more than 1 disruptor. He doesn't even have his mothership core. Oh, it died over here for no reason. He's gonna get off 1.
Oh, close but not quite.
Oh, that's game.
Close but not quite.
That's game. That is GG. No read.
I thought when he hit that, he had the disruptor hit. He had only got rid of 4 Hydra, but it displaced Shang Tsung quite a bit. But the blink forward killed him.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't. There was no point in which he needed to gain the 4.5 feet out of that blink to get in. He didn't get anything, and he put himself right between 2 separate groups of Shang Tsung's army.
Well, this is basically just the beginning of the end. 166 supply, 164, sorry, to 81. We are going to grab a 3rd here for the Zerg. This is basically like a 3-base versus 3-base, which is pretty impressive that Zerg came out on top, but I'm blaming that on the unit composition, purely Stalkers, and although he took a decent fight here, the blink forward is what really did him in. Instead, he could have just kept going forward, took out a Lurker, and just started blinking back 1 or 2 Stalkers at a time to get in that more DPS, and then evacuating once he did enough damage so that he can regroup, and hopefully by that time have his tier 3 tech waiting. But that was not the case, and even though Zerg was on 3 bases, he's still going to come out on top in this game, or at least that's the way it's looking like. You have a bunch of Stalkers up top, and once again, another really aggressive blink forward for no reason.
You have the high ground, let's give up the high ground.
Yeah, and now he's going to go into all these Lurkers. Wow, man. And now he's just going to GG out.
Yeah, nothing to be done there.
I think what happened is he saw the Lurkers, and he's like, I need to kill those, because those things hurt. And, well, he killed them.
Wait, Mr. Black.
Shang Tsung wins.
We crossed the 10-minute mark.
Oh.
It happened!
I thought you were asking me to do the Shang Tsung wins.
I mean, you could.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to stop you.
The 10-minute mark has been crossed.
But we crossed the 10-minute mark for what might be only the 2nd time in this entire tournament. Legacy of the Void is quick.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
It is quick.
It is very quick.
Well, that is game number 1 for Shang Tsung. We're going to go into game number 2. You want to know something funny? Red Pack, while we were waiting, he actually fell asleep at his computer. It's 6 a.m. where he's at.
Life choices are not super strong for Red Pack right now. It goes to stands to reason now as to why he might be making some of these decisions.
Yeah.
He's falling asleep at his computer and trying to play in a tournament at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Not all that smart.
No.
You know what is smart? Grabbing yourself a Lootcrate subscription.
Yeah, it
10% off using the promo code BOUS.
Absolutely.
December's crate is going to be Galaxy, and last month's crate, November, was Combat, but this month, for December, Halo 5, Star Wars The Force Awakens, Galaxy Quest, 10% off. And, of course, guys, if you haven't already checked out G2A, I don't know what you're doing because you're not saving money like you should be. If you go to the link underneath the stream or on the YouTube video, there'll be a link to the site. They always have big weekly sales. You can check them out right here. You're looking at 30% off Just Cause 3, 37% off Rainbow 6. I do believe it's Siege. And then, of course, Legacy of the Void, 28% off. Call of Duty, 43% off. Battlefront, 23% off. And don't forget to use that promo code BOUS for an extra 3% off. And, of course, JORD Wood Watches, $20 off using that promo code BOUS all the way up till December 10th. So if you're looking for a Christmas present that is unique, that looks nice, and something that somebody can wear all the time, go right there. Link is in the description below. Or just sign up for the giveaways as well for all 3 of our sponsors. Links are all below. We'll see you guys on game number 2. We'll be right back.